This is my video for the Arizona two-gun match, June 23rd, 2018, held at the Cowtown Range in Peoria, Arizona. There were two full-size IPSC targets at about 100 yards on this stage. The shooter's rifle had to be underneath the sticks on each of these barrels. A 25-pound kettlebell had to be carried between each position. At the end of this rifle portion, the shooter takes the kettlebell, throws it down range, and that becomes their position for engaging a double spinner target with their pistol. As the first squad on this stage, I recommended that we establish a forward fault line for where to shoot the spinner from, because it could be possible that someone would throw it past the minimum safe distance to engage the spinner. The range officer on our squad did not believe that it was possible to throw it past the minimum safe distance. As I demonstrate later in this video, it is in fact possible to do so. The other potential problem present here is that if the shooter threw the kettlebell at an angle off to the target, they would be engaging it at an angle such that their rounds would not deliver their maximum energy to the target, making it impossible to rotate, and also potentially causing ricochets into unintended areas. Halfway through the match, the range manager required that they move the location of the spinner, thus causing the stage to be thrown out. The kettlebell lands about 5 yards away from the target. The minimum safe distance for pistol steel like this is generally regarded as 7 yards. I'm wearing ballistic iPro, plates, and a helmet though, so hey, what can go wrong? I was 4th overall and first armored on this stage, but who knows how this stage was actually shot for the competitors listed. This stage required that the shooter engage 2 rifle targets at 50 yards with 1 hit each for a total of 2 hits, ground their rifle, throw this barrel over the stick, then knock 1 plate off this Texas Star. The shooter then grounds their pistol, throws the barrel back over the stick. This process is repeated until all of the targets on the Texas Star have been knocked off. Knocking off the stick incurs a 10-second procedural penalty. If you like this split screen view, please let me know in the comments below. It does take more effort to film it this way and edit it together, but if it's worth it to give a more complete picture of the stages, I'll continue to do so. This is the one stage of the match that I believe was run consistently, so the results here do have some meaning. I was 5th overall and 2nd in Armored Division on this stage. This stage requires that the shooter get 2 hits on a rifle target at about 50 yards. They then run down range and reset 2 of these poppers. Our squad was the last group through on this stage. The problem apparent on this stage is that the targets not being staked down allowed them to move significantly over the course of the match. This presented a couple problems. One is that for some shooters the targets would not stay up, requiring that they reset them again on another round down range. Because the targets were not properly calibrated in their respective locations, when it came time to shoot them down, some people shot empty and had 1 to 2 targets still standing. Because I saw people having a hard time knocking these steel targets over, when it came time for me to shoot my pistol at them, I double tapped all of them, and when I get to this 5th target, it fails to go over, so I finish the 6th and come back to it, rapidly dumping my magazine in it to drive it over. I was 5th overall and 3rd in armored on this stage. With the 2 stages that actually counted, I ended up 4th overall out of 56 shooters and 2nd out of 12 in armored division. The inconsistencies at this month's match turned it into more of a structured shooting event than a true competition, where objectivity and consistency for each shooter is key. I would personally still rather be attending a structured shooting event on a Saturday than sitting at home. However, competitors looking for a true competition experience may take exception to some of these problems. For the match staff and officials, I know that things don't always go according to plan. However, I hope that you learn some things from running this event so that the same problems do not repeat themselves in the future. Thank you for watching, and come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.